Hello, my name is Louis Castle, and I am the co-founder of a little company called Bestia Story, as well as the author of Bestia Story. Thank you so much, Cari's Book Blog, for having me. Thank you, Cari. Sorry it's taken so long to record this. Thank you to all the viewers. I hope you enjoy this interview slash giveaway, and hopefully you win something cool. Let's get started. So, what is Bestia Story? Well, let me start by saying what Bestia Story is not. I know this is a book blog, but Bestia Story is actually not a book, although we do have a story and chapters. Bestia Story is actually a clothing line, but not any regular clothing line. It's a very special clothing line. And it's very special because we have this. This is the chapter 1 of Bestia Story. And this is Bestia, and our whole clothing line is based on his story. And what we decided to do was create a story and give it away for free online, but instead of putting images in the story, we would put them on shirts. So as you read through the story, instead of there being an illustration next to the text, there's actually a shirt that goes in that place. Let me show you. So this is, as you read the story, our little character Bestia decides to reach for the moon for a girl he likes very much. And this shirt actually illustrates what's going on in the story. And hopefully you guys can see this. On our shirts, we also include the text, chapter 1, scene 4, so you know what scene this is of the story. So that is Bestia Story. Well, initially, Bestia Story was supposed to be a kid's book. I decided that I wanted to make a book. I wrote the story of this character called Bestia that lived in this fantastic imaginary land. And I wanted the story to be able to connect with a lot of people and inspire them to follow their dreams. So that was the idea, to make a book and to release it for younger kids. But one day when I was walking through the mall, I was looking for t-shirts, and I started noticing something, that there was basically two kinds of t-shirts. One of the t-shirts was filled with company logos that they would put just over and over and over again. And there was another kind of t-shirts that would have actually some pretty cool designs. But I noticed that they didn't really have a backstory to the designs. They just kind of looked cool. The designer just kind of made them. They looked cool, and they decided to put it on a t-shirt and hoped it would sell. And I wondered, why don't they ever give a backstory to the design or make designs that are actually connected to each other? And I remembered that I had a story and I knew how to design, so I decided to put two and two together and make something different, give a little bit more of an experience, and just give the people that bought the shirts and that read the story something more. So that's how Bestie Story started. Well, right now we are in the middle of releasing our chapter 2 of Bestia Story, and we actually have a free preview on our website. And after that, continue with the story. We do have an ending for it because I do not like stories that just go on and on. I feel they lose what made them great in the first place. I believe a good story has to have a good ending, but it's not very close. I want Bestia Story to be an experience. My goal is to bring people into this new world that Bestia lives in and just show them a new experience that they've never seen before. You know, like when you read a book, when you read a good book, you get lost in it, and that's what we want to do for our customers and fans. Give them some more parts of the story, just a whole experience, and eventually even create a motion picture. The creation of our shirts is actually a pretty simple process. We sit down and first, I usually write the story first and then I pass it off to my partner and he rereads, checks all my spelling errors, bounce ideas off each other. But first, we really concentrate on the story. And then after we have the story down, we decide what parts of the story we can take and would fit into the scenes that we can put on shirts. So from there, we start the sketching process. We pick one and we send it to the screen printer and they print it on our shirts, but it always starts with the story first. That, I believe, is one of the most fundamental thing about us, that our shirts, our story shirts, have to connect. There's been different reactions we've gotten to it. Some people are confused by what it is, but once they read the story, most people understand it and connect with it and have fallen in love with the characters and the shirts. As far as I know, we're the first to do this, so I can see why there would be a little bit of confusion. But after they read the story, most people are very happy and excited about what we're doing, and they say they've never seen anything like it, and that they really like what we're doing. I'd have to say I'm very thankful for all our customers and fans that we have. Thank you. For Bestia's future, we really want to continue telling this story and providing people with this new kind of experience, whether it's from a movie or stores that actually look like the city where Bestia lives. We have a lot of ideas that we want to implement, but our core thing we want to do is we want to give you an experience. We want to bring you inside of this story and this world and let you see what Bestia Story is.